I decided to completely redo the dashboard, but I'm still waiting for materials. It's Easter and they are going to deliver it after Easter. So the plan for today is to completely overhaul the engine bay. So let's start with that. So that means we are going to remove everything from the engine bay. So everything in the engine bay is dirty, it's neglected, original. And the plan is to remove everything, clean it up, paint it, remove some parts and replace them for brand new parts, clean it up and make it look like brand new again. So I got brand new wishbones, new spark plugs, new brakes, new water pump, oil filter, battery housing, etc. So in the end, after this video, this will be all brand new. But for now, I need to start removing things. Let's go. I have no idea what this is, but yep, it does not belong here. So I removed the cover, I removed the battery and I removed the fuse box. The plan right now is to remove the battery box, that's right here, just two bolts over here, and there's another one behind there. Then I'm gonna remove the earth leads and then the air filter housing, and then we are right at the gearbox. So yeah, let's go. So this is the old housing. It's completely rusted, which you can expect after 20 years, 22 years to be exact. And this is the new one from the Fiat Bravo. So they changed the model a bit and used a little fuse box cover and a new strap to hold the battery in place, but we are going to install this later on. So the battery housing is out, and now it's time to remove the air filter box. So the air filter sits right in here. This one hose is going up here, going to the throttle body. We're gonna either replace it or clean it up. We're gonna clean up the hoses, etc. Everything is very dirty at the moment, but in the end it will look much better. So let's go. So sometimes the soldering from the pins get loose. They use lead-free solder because of all the vibrations in the engine bay. Yeah, it comes loose. It will give you some electronical errors. This all seems to look fine. Off camera, or maybe I'll record it. I'm going to check all the pins, all the soldering. But I didn't have any problems, so it should be fine. So I removed the ECU, the air filter housing, the battery housing, etc. Now the plan is to replace the clutch and replace the thermostat, and gonna clean up all the wiring. But while I'm doing that, you might consider subscribe and like. It helps me out a lot. Let's go. So it's starting to look like a complete mess at the moment. Main goal right now is to remove the thermostat. It's the original one, all corroded, it's not really working. I think it's also leaking. Then we are going to remove everything from here and replace the clutch. Oh boy, let's go. Before I could start working on the thermostat, I had to remove the earth wire from the engine. Then started working on the ECU mount. I believe those bolts were 11mm. It was a strange size and very hard to reach. Then I removed the throttle body connector and the connector from the lambda. Started working on removing those bolts from the ECU mount. And again, those wires and clips have never been touched since they were installed from the factory 22 years ago. So, and didn't came out that easy, but in the end, the ECU mount came off. So now I had a difficult task to start removing this thermostat. Normally it's not that difficult, but this is the original one, and those hose clamps you see are the original ones, and they are very hard to remove. What I do is just use a screwdriver and just poke around until they came off. When the clamps are off, I had a difficult task to remove the hose. They are on there for 22 years, and you can imagine they are very stuck. They're very hard to remove. So I just use a screwdriver and poke around until it comes off, like this one. At this moment I just squeeze the other hose and the rest of the coolant comes out. Then I start removing the upper one, then the one below that one. Then I started removing 3 12mm bolts from the thermostat just to give so it came loose, and it gives a little bit more tension on the hoses that I'm trying to remove right now. Those biggest hoses are very hard to remove. There's absolutely no space and they are very tight. Luckily this one came loose, but the other one that I'm starting to remove right now was a real pain in the ass. It took me about 30 minutes, and eventually the battery from the camera died, so I didn't record it. As you can see, I give it everything just to remove that hose, but it's very stuck. So the thermostat has been removed. I'm sorry the battery died, because yeah, it took a very long time. The main reason why it took so long is that this hose was basically glued to the thermostat. It's the first thermostat, so everything is almost connected, yeah, for over 20 years. So anyways, I succeeded. It's a big mess, so we need to clean up this. But we also going to remove the brakes and all the suspension parts like the wishbone, etc. So I'm going to do that right now, and we'll continue from there. So I removed the complete suspension from this side. I wanted to replace the clutch, but I don't have enough time to do it right now. The clutch is not really necessary at the moment, but because I got all the parts new, I thought maybe I'll just replace it. But it's Easter, it's 30 minutes past 2, and I got a lot of things to do to make sure that the car is even running. So what I'm gonna do is clean everything up in here, install the thermostat, clean it up, fix the wiring, etc., and we do the clutch basically in the summer or something. There's no hurry. And when I'm gonna do the clutch, I also want to remove this gearbox mount and sandblasted it and paint it, which I can't do right now. So I'm gonna clean everything up, replace a few parts, and then hopefully the car will start. Well guys, it's the end of this video. I'm very tired, very dirty, but we got the old thermostat out, and in the next video we are going to install the brand new thermostat. But for now, please subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.